we started looking for a little easier way to live.
I had visited, and I just knew this, when the time came, this is where I should be. I didn't even bother to look anyplace else.
It had all levels of care, so that we knew that when we came in, we wouldn't have to be looking for another facility elsewhere if we needed it.
And we looked around the place after we got in there. We liked what we saw, and we saw the people were happy there.
Well, my husband is on the board here, and he has been for quite a number of years, and I was always coming here for wonderful meals. I thought, boy, this would be a good place to volunteer.
I enjoy the wide variety of activities they have.
From day one, when I moved in, I haven't had a care in the world.
And everyone is so friendly, and they learn your first name just about right away.
It has every step of health care that you need here. So you don't have to worry about ever moving again, which is a plus for anybody that has gone through downsizing.
We saw the people happy, and it was in an ideal neighborhood. We just thought it would be the place for us.
I'd known about Calvin for many years. I mean, their reputation precedes them. You know, they are such a standard, such a classic, in the sense that you never hear a bad thing about Calvin. And the grounds are beautiful. The place is so clean and well kept, and the staff is fabulous.
It's pretty much like living in our own home, but we don't have all the work to do.
Things that I like best about coming to Calvin, it's, I think, an obvious answer, and that's the residents.
I think the best part is being a part of the social program.
It's hard to describe. It's more of a feeling. You can't fake a feeling, right?
When you walk through the front door, people greet you every step of the way down the hall.
The best part, like other folks have shared, it's the residents and the staff. Obviously, those are the two key elements.
Every time I walk in, I feel like I'm at home. Sometimes when I'm in the midst of a really stressful day, I'll think, I wish I had a place over at Calvin right now. It's just a nice, quiet place to be.
And of course, the meals were wonderful. All we had to do was walk to the dining room.
You know, to go for breakfast at 7 till 9, and you can go in any time, and when you sit down, you're served.
And the food is phenomenal. I'd always heard they'd had good food, but until I actually have had some meals here, I thought, oh my gosh, it's more than good. I should have such good food at home.
And at lunch, it's 11 to 1, and then at supper, 4:30 to 7, so we have a nice choice, and we can choose who we want to sit with. So I've met quite a few people that way.
The food is the greatest. Never had a bad meal.
And I would take my hat off to the dietary department.
Very friendly. I enjoy it very much. I'm very glad I made the move.
Everyone is so nice, and they know your name, and they really make you feel like you're glad you're here.
Enjoy the activities they have here. Have a nice wide variety of activities.
People that have worked here from 10 to 30 years, so they must be doing something right.
The staff does a really good job of taking care of their folks.
We found it a lot easier. We didn't have to mow the backyard anymore, and we didn't have to do the laundry. We didn't have to go to the store for groceries. It was just an easier fix for us all the way around.
I've been here before when families taken a tour, and you can just tell they're like, we found someplace.
It's kind of the standard by which I hold other facilities.
It's a pleasant place to be for volunteers and for residents, and I think staff too.
We have been more than happy, as he is. I mean, we try to bring him home to our house for different events. He says, no, I like being at home, which is Calvin here, you know, which thrills us. You know, we couldn't be happier for that. I mean, that's what you hope for. And Calvin has certainly fulfilled that for us and for him.
I have told a lot of people, check out Calvin.
I would strongly encourage them to come and explore and see what Calvin has to offer. It's a great location, convenient access for people to be able to come and visit and their loved ones. That's a real plus. It's very clean, well maintained. A lot of remodeling just been done in the last few years, so it's a nice home.
I would say look around, judge for yourself what you see, appraise it for what you think you need in the way of your health problems, and then come back at Calvin. Give them a good look, and I think you'll find everything you need more and better at Calvin. We did that, and we found Calvin to be the best place for us.
Well, I'd probably tell them to do what we did. We sat down and we wrote out what we really needed in a facility, what we wanted, and what we could afford. And after all that, we decided on Calvin, and I think most people would.
The more that I come to Calvin, the more impressed I am by what they have to offer.
I brag to everybody that just this past year, Forbes magazine had the community of Beaverdale as one of the top 4 to 5 neighborhoods in the whole United States. And centrally located in Beaverdale is Calvin Community.
I would say to make this your first choice.
Probably the only other thing I would say to people is don't wait too long to make a move to a retirement center, because sometimes when you're forced to make it, you have to make decisions that you normally wouldn't make, and maybe you won't get into the facility that you really wish you could be in.
I don't know what there else is to say. They have to come and see for themselves.
There's a lot about Calvin that is classic. It isn't just one thing.
To me, it's classic because it's a well-established, long-standing retirement center.
There are some things that never go out of style, and such as respect and courtesy and friendliness, and that's what you're going to get at Calvin.
To me, classic means top of the line, and that's certainly what Calvin is.
Well, first of all, it's not only classic, it's classy. And it's classic because of the residents. The residents are wonderful people.
I think Calvin's in a class by itself. I think it stands out, and I like it.